Good morning students, Sairam. Let us see another example of formal letter in composition subject. So we are going to understand what are formal letters and how to write a formal letter. So let us begin. We'll first see the introduction or a brief introduction of what are letters. Letters are way of expressing our feelings and thoughts to our dear and loved ones. Yes, children. Letters are written on a paper and it is written to family, to friends, to relatives and to whomever you want to write to, and they express our feelings and thoughts. Okay, whatever you want to share with them, everything you can write it in that letter. And letters played a very important role in the olden days where mobile phones, internet facilities were not available. People used to communicate only through letters. So letters were an important mean of communication during olden days. Okay, some letters, okay, now it is not, letters are not only written to family, friends and relatives, but there are some exceptional letters which are written to ask permission or to sort a problem. Ask permission means if you are in a school and if you want to you want a leave, you are going to remain absent for say 1 week and you want to go somewhere, you are out of town for some important work, so you have to take the permission of the principal of the school to grant you leave. So these types of letters are known as formal letters. Okay, now there are two types of letters. One is formal letters and second is informal letters. Informal letters, we have already studied what are informal letters. Now we are going to see what are formal letters. Now what is a formal letter? Letters written for official purposes to authorities, seniors are known as formal letters. Authorities means those people who hold a high position in a organization, in an organization. Suppose it is a hospital, so the hospital head is the highest authority there. Suppose it is a school, so the principal is the highest authority. The principal is the head of the school, he or she manages the school. Or seniors, those who are seniors and those who are superiors to you, like senior in position. Okay, so they are letters written to such people for sorting, for sorting a problem or to ask a permission. They are known as formal letters. Now formal letters are not written to personal contacts, friends or family. Yes, formal letters are never written to friends, family and relatives. Then those letters are known as informal letters. When you write to family, friends and relatives, those letters are known as informal letters. And when you write to your personal contacts, friends or family, when you don't write it to your personal contacts, they are known as formal letters. Such letters require specific and formal words. Now in formal letter, you cannot ask, hi, how are you, what's going on, I am fine. All these things you cannot write in that letter. You have to be very specific, very particular. Specific means the reason for what you have written the letter. Only that much reason you should mention in the letter, and you should ask whatever permission you want to ask. Rest, nothing else you are going to write extra in that letter. So it should be to the point and it should be brief, specific and formal words. They are brief and to the point. Yes, sweet and short means it is to the point. Nothing extra from outside, at how you are feeling, what is your thoughts, how was your day, nothing in that. It is to the point. Okay, it follows a particular format. Particular format means you have to follow some steps while writing a formal letter, and if you follow these steps, it will be very easy for you to write a formal letter. Now see, can you see it on the screen? This is the format of a formal letter. Okay, first point is sender's address with pin code. I am stressing on the word pin code because if you don't write the pin code in the address, you will lose marks. So just remember to write the pin code while writing the address. Now sender's address. What do you mean by sender's address? The one who is writing the letter is known as the sender. So that address along with the pin code, it should be completed in 3 lines. Okay, 3 lines address along with pin code is enough. Okay, then follows the date. Then comes the date, on which date you have written the letter, that date will come. But date also has a particular format, that first the day, then the month, and then the year. If you write anyhow, then you're going to lose marks. So be very careful and listen to me carefully while I'm explaining this format. Third one is receiver's address. Receiver's address means to whom you have written the letter, that person's address will come. That also in 3 lines. Okay, here you need not mention pin code. In receiver's address, pin code is not necessary. So here you will not write pin code, you will only write the address. Okay, got it? Then fourth one is subject. Yes. Now if you remember, informal letter does not have a subject, but formal letter always has a subject. So subject is very important in formal letter. So what is the subject? The reason. You have to mention the reason in short in that subject. So when the receiver is reading your letter, from the subject itself, he or she understands why you have written this letter and what you want to ask from this letter. So that subject plays a very important role in formal letter. And you are going to underline the subject. Very important. You are going to underline the subject. Okay. Then comes the salutation part. Means you are going to wish that person, like respected madam or respected sir, whatever it is, you are going to wish that. Start the letter by saying like that. So that is the salutation part. 5 points we have cleared, and I hope you have understood what I have explained you. Okay, then comes the body of the letter. Body of the letter means you are going to state the reason why you have written the letter in that body of the letter. And here the formal letter only has 2 paragraphs. First paragraph, you are directly going to mention the reason and introduce yourself, who you are and why you have written the letter. And 7th one is conclusion part. You are going to conclude it by saying that, see, if possible, let this work be done, or grant me permission. Like that you are going to say in gentle words. Use gentle words always. Okay, not harsh words. Then comes the complimentary closure. You know that your work is going to be done. Whatever you have asked, you are going to, you are going to get a positive feedback from that letter. So you will thank that person. So thanking you, that is complimentary closure. And last comes the sender's address. Sender's signature means your signature, but here you don't have to sign. I'll show you how to write. When we see the example of writing the letter, you'll come to know how to write that sender's signature. So 9 points, children, you have to keep in mind while writing a formal letter. See, once you keep the format in front, see how to practice writing a letter. Keep these points on one page, okay, left hand side, and write the letter on the right hand side by looking at the points. So that will be easy for you. Yes, I have to start with address, sender's address, then I have to write the date. Once you do this by looking, okay, do it by looking, then you can practice it without looking, and then you can know what points you have missed out, where I have gone wrong. Like that, children, you should practice on your own. Anyone, see, nobody is perfect, and nobody wants, if I explain you now, everything fits in your head. It is not like that. I also know. Okay, so first you keep the points, write the points on the left hand side, start writing the letter on the right hand side by looking at the points. Then you will be very, you will get an idea, yes, I can do it. And slowly, without even looking at the format, you will be very thorough with the formal letter. Okay, so and you have to practice. Okay, promise me that you are going to write this letter as I have told you to practice. Okay, then see this example. Write a letter to the principal regarding shortage of water supply in the school. So there is shortage of water supply in the school. So you are going to write a letter to the principal of the school. So let us start. Now the first 3 lines is the sender's address along with the pin code. Okay, now see, 101, Happy Plaza, Joy Road, Thane West, 400603. That is the pin code, the area pin code. So I have finished writing the address in just 3 lines. So and one below the other, everything on the left hand side, everything on the left hand side. Okay, then comes the date. So you are going to write the date in, first you are going to write the date 17th. See how I have written the date, 17th. Then month, December. Okay, then comma 2020. Okay, so I have written the date, then the month, and then the year. So in this way only you have to write the date. Then comes the receiver's address. So your receiver's address also will be completed in 3 lines, but here you need not mention the pin code. Okay, so you are going to write to the principal, Sri Ma Balniketan High School, and then you are going to write Thane. Don't mention the pin code. Okay, then comes the subject. Here you are going to write the subject. Now what is the main purpose of writing the letter? You are complaining about water shortage. So complaint of water shortage, underline the subject. Okay, complaint of water shortage, underline the subject. Now after the subject comes the salutation part. You are going to start, respected madam. Okay, now you are going to introduce yourself in the first paragraph, because the principal is the head of the school and she manages the school. Okay, we have madam, so we are going to write respected madam. And you are going to introduce yourself by writing standard and division, because she does not know who is writing the letter. There are so many children in the school. So you will write, I Pranav Shinde from 4th B has written this letter to bring to your notice. To bring to your notice means to make you, I am telling you that there is water shortage problem in our school. So to your notice about the shortage of water supply in the school, which creates a lot of problem. Yes, when there is no water, imagine, you can understand how much problem it is. It is very difficult to wash your hands, go to the washroom, very difficult. So you feel very unhygienic. We do not get enough water in the washrooms. Yes, when water is not there, you feel very yuck to go in the washrooms, because it smells a lot and it is very unhygienic. It is not good for your health also. Nor for washing hands. Yes, during recess, after eating your tiffin or whatever it is, whenever you want to wash your hands, you don't get enough water for washing your hands. So because of which we cannot maintain personal hygiene, and because of that we cannot maintain what? We cannot maintain personal hygiene. And personal hygiene is very important. If you don't maintain personal hygiene, you fall ill very soon. So you have to maintain a lot of personal hygiene. So the last conclusion part I am going to write, kindly look in the matter immediately. So as soon as possible you look in the matter and solve the water shortage problem. So this you are going to write. And then you are going to write the complimentary closure, that is you are going to thanking you, because you know that your problem is going to get solved today or tomorrow. So you are going to thank that person by writing thanking you. And then comes the sender's signature. Now see how I have written the signature. I have written yours faithfully. Okay, yours faithfully, or you can write yours sincerely. Only these two things you can write. Don't use anything else. You will not write yours lovingly and yours dearly, whatever. You will write yours faithfully or yours sincerely. Whichever spelling you feel is easy, you write that. And then you are going to write XYZ. You are not going to write the name, or you are not going to sign or nothing else. You are just going to write XYZ in capital letters. Okay, everything will be in means the XYZ or ABC, whatever you are writing, will be in capital letters. Okay, so this was the end of our letter, and I hope you have understood what I have taught you today. And children, thank you for listening to me carefully. Practice as I told you for writing the letter. Okay, goodbye children, take care.